Hi, everyone, and welcome to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and kicking off today, I've got Cameron Lee from Girls Inc. He's on the board of directors. He's going to share with us about this golf scramble, which is always a great fundraiser and just a fun event, especially this time of year because the weather is amazing and it's fun to be out on the golf course. Tell us all about it.
Absolutely. This is our 5th annual Girls Golf Scramble, and we're so excited. It'll be the first Saturday in October the 5th. At the Golf Club of Bristol. And so, we're real excited. We've still got a few spots for teams of 4. And if you want to sign up for one of those, you can do that online through the event page on Facebook or call the Girls Inc. number, which is 276-669-8686. Had to check the notes there for that. But so excited for this event and just be able to help this incredible organization that's been a part of this community for decades, serving kids, boys and girls throughout the Bristol as well as Piney Flats and Norton. And we're just so excited.
Yeah, and the programming there, I mean, it's just always amazing. And I mean, I've been over there and it is just a fantastic facility and they provide so much. So, you know, it's nice to when you can go out and have fun playing golf, but it's going for an incredible cause.
Yes. And all the funds raised will go to help these kids who are historically underprivileged, to help break generational cycles, and helping with some basic hygiene supplies, school supplies, all of those educational needs as well. So
fun after school activities, all of the above.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
great.
And so we've got a couple of exciting things that we've added to this year's golf tournament. We've been able to partner with our friends at Charity Golf Guns. You can launch a golf ball 400 yards, which is about the only way I'm ever going to hit it anywhere near that far. And so, we're really excited for that. We'll have, snacks and lunch. And we're also looking for sponsors. If local businesses would love to come alongside and partner with us for this.
Yeah, the more the merrier.
Yes.
We always need more people. So you do want to try and create a team of 4. What if you're like wanting to play and you don't have that team of 4? Can you sometimes maybe help them out or?
Yeah. Give us a call. We can try to partner you with some others and create a team.
And how much does it cost for a team?
So a team of 4 is $400.
Okay.
And so. Yeah, $100
so that's great.
person.
And for lunch, and I know you always have some fun like games or prizes or just
there's some extra prizes. We'll have a raffle for a golf club as well.
Nice.
So a lot of exciting things and just a great day to support a great organization.
Is there a deadline on when you can register?
The sooner the better.
Okay. Yeah. Makes it easier when you're planning the event, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, well, good. Will you be out there?
I'll be there. We'd love to see you.
You get to talk to Cameron when you're out there too.
Yes.
So grab your clubs and before our weather gets chilly, get out there and support a good cause. So
Absolutely.
That's great. Well, thank you for joining us and don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Dr. May from the Sullivan County Health Department with me today, and we're talking about immunizations, everyone's favorite topic at fall. When do we get them? What do we do? There's lots of different options. So where do we start? Maybe with flu, because I feel like that's one of the most common.
Well, this is a good time to talk about a number of vaccines. Flu particularly is important as we enter into the respiratory season, but so is the pneumococcal vaccine, so is the new RSV vaccine, and of course keeping your COVID vaccine updated. So when we enter flu season now, I now talk about 4 vaccines rather than just the single influenza vaccine.
And we can get all of these at the health department.
For adults, it depends.
Okay.
Most pharmacies carry all the adult vaccines now, and so that makes it a lot easier. We do provide it for those with insufficient insurance or who are unable to get the vaccine. We're still in the process actually trying to get the RSV vaccine for our adult patients.
Is it a good idea to get all 4 at once?
You can get all 4 at once.
Okay.
you may have some increased risk of the usual side effects you see with any vaccination. So low-grade temperature, feeling a little yucky, kind of achy for a day or two. But it's really nice to get all 4 of them out of the way. And a couple of them are only one time. So you don't have to get, if you've not had any, you can wind up with 4, but most of the time you'll wind up with 2.
Okay. And when's a good time to start that, and how long of a time frame do we have before, it's kind of too late and doesn't make a difference?
Well, the timing that we use for flu is September and October is the best time to go ahead and get your flu vaccines. There are a couple of caveats that we give it earlier, like July and August, as the vaccine becomes available to those who are certainly high risk and those who may be pregnant at a time that they won't be able to get it in September and October. Okay. But generally, September and October are your best times. The health department will be having a Fight Flu event. It's a statewide event where we provide free flu vaccine for anyone who would like to have it.
That's great. How do we find out more about that?
It will be published on our webpage, which is www.sullivanhealth.org.
Okay. And now what about the others?
The others are the ones that I tell people you need to think about during the cold and flu season. So COVID-19 vaccine, they have a new updated vaccine against the latest strain. It can be given with the flu vaccine. And it's being found to be very safe. I know there's a lot of controversial data listed on the internet, but when you stick with the reputable sources, it is a very safe vaccine. It is indicated for children 6 months and up, all the way through adulthood. And also, the ones that's really important to get that vaccine are those who are at high risk. So those greater than age 50, those greater with multiple compromising conditions. So heart disease, lung disease, cancer, immunocompromising conditions, certain medications that lowers your immunity. All those are really important that those people are vaccinated, because when they get COVID, they wind up in the hospital and they die. And we still have deaths from COVID. It's just not as common as it was when we started out. We started out with a 1% death rate or more, and now it's dropped down to about like flu death rate. And that's why we give these vaccines, is to prevent hospitalizations and death, especially for those who are high risk. The other thing to consider is if you are a family member or close caretaker of someone else who is at high risk, it's important you receive these vaccines too, to prevent you from carrying the disease into the one who may be at most risk.
All right, now we've still got 2 more.
Okay, pneumococcal vaccine. It's basically a one-time vaccine and then maybe a booster depending on your conditions. But we have a new one out called PCV20, pneumococcal conjugate vaccine, with 20 antigens in it. It is a very good vaccine. Basically, once you get caught up with your pneumococcal vaccine, and we provide it in children now, it's part of their routine vaccinations. But for those of us who are a little older and haven't received it, it is important to get it, because pneumococcus is one of the most common causes of bacterial pneumonia in adults. That was the pneumonia that you heard about years ago. You walked in the rain, got wet, got sick, and died 3 days later. That was the overwhelming pneumococcal pneumonia that we used to see. And finally, the new vaccine is RSV vaccine. We do provide this in children because young children, and particularly premature, are at high risk for respiratory syncytial virus. But we are now providing it for high-risk adults. So if you're over the age of 75, just get one. All you need, just one.
Okay.
And if you're high risk, so heart disease, lung disease, cancer, diabetes, immunocompromising conditions, once again, we want to get you that vaccine between 60 and 75 to keep you from getting RSV, because RSV can be a very serious type of pneumonia in adults too. Now, for most of us that are reasonably healthy, it's a cold. But for certain individuals, it's high risk and can cause an overwhelming pneumonia and death.
Wow.
And we can prevent it now.
Yeah. So, well, this has been fantastic information. And are we missing anything?
Well, these are the major four I talk about during the cough, cold, and flu season. And the kids are back in school. Everybody's spreading everything around. We've dropped a lot of our guard. So that hygiene element is still important. One thing we did prove during COVID is that respiratory diseases can be controlled. During the COVID, when we had all the respiratory safety measures in place, we did not see flu. We did not see RSV. Streptococcus and pneumococcus essentially disappeared for that 1.5 to 2 years. Of course, when we drop our guard, we all get back into shaking hands and we go to work sick when we shouldn't. We've dropped our preventive measures, and so we're back to business as usual. And for most of us, a lot of these are just cough, cold, and congestions. But for others, these can be critical illnesses that can be life-threatening.
Yeah.
And they're preventable now.
Yeah.
Before, we didn't talk about RSV because we had nothing to do with it. We had nothing to treat it. And even now with RSV, it's only symptomatic treatment. We do have preventive measures, but we don't have good treatments.
Gotcha. Well, thank you so much for being on today
Oh,
and
you're
sharing
quite
all of that
welcome.
with us. And don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Emily Champagne with us from Believe in Bristol, and we are talking about Pepperfest. This is so much fun. This has been going on for a while now.
It is. This is our 6th event.
That's amazing.
So, yeah.
You're ready for spicy.
Bristol is spicy.
It is spicy. You got to go to this. And I'm loving her shirt. It's Pepperfest. And her earrings, little peppers. So
we love a theme.
We love a theme, Emily. Tell us all about this event and what we should expect.
So this is our 6th annual Bristol Pepperfest, and we're really excited. The event has grown so much in the past few years. So we're making some really cool changes this year. We've got a new time and a new location. So it's getting a little bigger. We've moved. We kind of outgrew our original location on 6th Street, which we loved doing the event on 6th Street. But, the more people you have, the more space you need. And we love that it's garnered so much attention and that people are loving it as much as we are. So we're moving to the downtown center this year so that we can spread out a little bit more, give ourselves a little bit more space. And we've moved it from a more earlier morning event. It used to start at 11. So this year we're doing 2 to 7 so that we kind of hit that late afternoon more so. And so we found we were kind of losing people to needing to go eat lunch and catching sports and things like that. So hopefully this makes it a little bit more easily accessible for people that want to come out.
What is the date and what is the cost and how do we get in?
So this event is, like most of our events, this event is free. It is going to be October 5th this year, which is a Saturday per usual. We're very excited. We're kind of giving you a little something outside of September. We'll bridge the gap between September events and Halloween with our spicy gathering. And the Bristol annual Miss Pepperfest pageant will be the week before, I believe. So we'll have all of our Pepperfest queens in attendance. We'll meet this year's new reigning ladies and have some fun eating competitions and some live music and all our spicy vendors.
Tell us about the eating competition.
So we've got our Beat the Heat pepper eating challenge, which is, our major competition. people that sign up for that kind of scare me. Honestly, they're intense. I couldn't do it. That's for sure. Those things are hot. We've got to wear gloves just to touch them. So
Wow, that is
it's
amazing.
crazy. But our registration's open for that competition as well as our hot wing competition. This year we've got a new sponsor for our wing eating competition. So it is now the Delta Blues Blazing Blues Hot Wing Challenge.
Okay.
So Delta Blues will be providing some extra spicy wings this year, and that's a timed competition. So it's who can eat them the fastest as opposed to Peppers, which is who can last the longest.
I heard it's easier if you just don't touch your lips.
Again,
I don't know. I'm not game
for me, not for me, but
it's impressive.
it is impressive. Yeah, I think you're not licking your lips. Maybe they don't get any water or anything until they finish. So they've got to just go for it. But we make it worth their while. We've got cool prizes. It's free to sign up. So, the pepper eating champion gets one of our team jerseys. And then Delta Blues is going to provide a really cool prize for our wing eating champ. And it's a really fun event. It's very cool, community oriented, very family friendly. We've got cornhole. There's a cornhole tournament, which registration is open for now, as well as our eating competitions and lots of other like yard games and music and just fun for an afternoon in downtown Bristol.
Yeah, and it's just fun too because it's incredible the amount of peppers. You know, when you walk into the store, you see like a few, but when you go to this Pepper Fest, it is like
crazy varieties.
Yes.
And some of these people have created their own varietals that they grow. We're really lucky to have a lot of very cool farmers in our area and really cool vendors for this event in particular. We've got a woman that makes spicy pickles. She's probably one of my favorites that comes every year because I may not be able to hang with the peppers, but I love some pickles. Yes, so we've got a great spicy chicken. Mobile Kitchen is our food truck that comes out for the event, and some other really cool vendors, not necessarily pepper growers, but kind of along the same lines, spicy candies, agriculture specialists, just interesting people. It's a lot of fun.
Well, thank you. Thanks for sharing all that with us. And I'm sure it'll be a good turnout.
We hope so.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a moment. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Courtney Colson with us today and Morgan Scott, and we are talking about free health fair. So we all love that, free health fair, and we need it. Tell us a little bit about yourselves and your involvement and what we can expect.
I'm Courtney Colson. I'm the medical manager at Healing Hands, and I just oversee the health fair, all the operations, getting volunteers, working with Morgan and ETSU and the students, and just working with different providers to get services for the health fair, to provide those free.
So Morgan, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, so I'm Morgan Scott. I'm the Underserved Medicine Coordinator for ETSU's Quillen College of Medicine. So I oversee the Underserved Medicine Clerkship. And so we partner with Healing Hands, and we do 2 health fairs a year in the spring and the fall to provide free health care. So our medical students, our faculty, and our residents, we go to Healing Hands and we do a 2-day health fair.
Yeah, I was going to ask where and when.
So it will be at Healing Hands Health Center here in Bristol, and it's Thursday, September 26th and Friday, September 27th.
Now, can anyone find information about this online, or do they need to register, or is it drop in, walk
If they
by?
will call for appointments, just our main number, they can find out more information on our social media pages or the website.
And what type of services?
Oh my gosh, head to toe physical. So this is a great opportunity. If you've not seen a doctor in however many years, this is a great opportunity to come in. You'll get free lab work and a head to toe physical. And it's really just a good time. If you don't have a primary care doctor, come in, see if you qualify, and you can get established with the clinic.
Gosh, that's great. How many people will you see during this time?
Typically over the 2 days, we average about 60 plus. It just depends, but yeah.
So you need to make an appointment and get in and visit these ladies and these physicians and get checked out. Anything new that will be with this health fair?
Pretty much the same services, but we are offering free chest x-rays on Thursday.
Oh, okay.
And then the Ballad Health Mammogram Bus will be with us on Friday.
Okay, great. So, well, that's exciting. Anything I'm missing that y'all want to add?
No, I think that's it. It's a great opportunity to come out and get a free physical and lab work.
Yes.
That's great. Thank you. Thanks for
thank
being
you.
with us, and thank you for tuning in today. We'll see you next time.